Hello guys, welcome back to the, what are we doing? Today's the fourth day of Blendmas, and we are once again smoking Per-ique. Today we're smoking the long cut. Let's give it a smell. Yep, there's that there's that cow pasture smell. This is much longer. It's a couple big little chunks or pieces in here. Ugh. You know, and it's kind of funny because this one is a little bit more earthy, mushroomy than the granulated, probably because the granulated was cut and then powderized, snuffized, basically they made it friable, and so that opened up more surface area, allowed for more oxidization and a increase in whatever flavors they were trying to impart by pouring cow piss and shit liquid into the barrel for this right here. I apologize. I have been trying to figure out a way to draw my eye attention to the camera lens here instead of looking at my handsome face. But when I think about it, I'm not out here. And when I'm out here, I don't think about it until I sit down and I'm already recording. So I apologize. As a matter of fact, you know what? Let me just try this. Let me just get a little piece of tape and stick it on that side of the thing. That way it always draws my eye over there. So hold on one second. After these messages, we'll be right back. Yeah. Okay. Okay. There's that handsome guy again. All right, let's put this right there. Okay. A little bit of blue painter's tape. Maybe we'll put like a little eye on it, just like a cyclops eye. And we'll make a little, give it some eyelashes, iris and a retina. Yeah, that doesn't look weird at all. No guarantee it's going to work, but we're going to try it. Okay, so tonight we are once again going to use the Missouri Meerschaum Rob Roy. It's the bent Ozark version. It's a great pipe. Like I said, when it was my first one that I bought when I started smoking the pipe again. Yeah, it smokes great. It's a good smoke. The bowl will get warm because while it is thick, it's a hardwood, so it's going to retain that heat and then not allow it to dissipate rather quickly, because that's what hardwoods do. So we're going to use this pipe, and while I'm packing a bowl, I wanted to throw something out there that I thought was kind of funny. Got to clean off the tray first because I finished the night last night with a bowl of what was it? It was before I swapped my jars out for the March Madness. What was it? What did I finish with last night? Oh, I broke my rule. Sorry, that's what I do. I had a little bit of Old Gowrie with some Autumn Evening, and it was good. It was good. Old Gowrie by itself, I'm struggling to figure out. Bites. It can bite sometimes, but Autumn Evening, the jar note, tin notes, really, really good smell, really, really good scent. The bowl note after the flame, you've heard it. It's like a bag of empty promises, you know. For me, for my palate, I don't feel it lives up to the hype that it gives when you open that tin or you open the jar. I think that it's it's not just a bowl of hot air. I shouldn't say that, but it is kind of a disappointment. So what I found is that it works far better to mix it with more basic blends, like some Virginias or some flakes or a vapor that doesn't have a casing or even a topping. Not only does it help to cool it down, but it gives some really good flavor to it, to something that would otherwise be just like a boring smoke. Doesn't really work with Orlik because Orlik is, what is Orlik? Let's see. It's like one of the more popular bright Virginias. People love it. You know, it comes highly recommended. What is it? Oh, that's right. It's terrible. Orlik Golden Slice is not great, guys. I'm sorry, it's not. It's very basic, boring. The tin note, you get a little bit of citrus and orange and stuff, but unless you age it like 5 years, it's not coming through. I don't like it. My friend gave me a tin that was like brand new. So what I have has only 2-4 months of age on it, which I know you guys are going to say, oh, you got to give it some more age. And, you know, Virginia's really shine after 12 years of aging and blah, blah, blah. And one day I'll make a video where I rant on that because that is not acceptable to me. But anyways, any hoodle, let's get down to Briar Tax. Oh, here we go again with the Per-ique. Hoping that the long cut will have a different taste or profile, but either way, I hope after another bowl or two, I'll be able to pick it out in blends. And yeah, I could see why it's only at like 2 or 5% of the total mass or volume of a blend. Because if you put more in there, oh man. That's not bad. Huh. Oh, so by the way, the Nick hit did sneak up on me last night. Which is why I packed only a little bit, like 1 pinch into this bowl tonight. And I probably won't smoke the whole thing because I want to have I want to enjoy something else. I want to actually enjoy something, sorry. So yeah, but it did sneak up on me, and I felt it in my stomach first. It was like a little, just, like, it wasn't bad, wasn't terrible, wasn't like, oh no, I'm gonna go throw up or need to go to the bathroom. And it wasn't like, oh, I need to go eat something or drink something. It was just a little unsettling of the gut area. And then it kind of traveled up to the head, and there was a little bit of wooziness, sloshiness, just a little bit. But overall, it was just kind of like, I had a head change, and I could definitely tell that there were some effects going on. I won't go so far as to say that I was hi, hello, how are you? But it was good. It was nice. It was chill. It was relaxing, and yeah. So then I waited a little bit after I ended the video, and I packed another bowl of what I told you. Enjoyed that. Didn't have any problems at all. I think I watched a couple YouTube videos, and then I closed everything up, turned on the air purifier, went in the house, had one of my keto almond flour dark chocolate chip cookies, fire, delicious. They were awesome. And then I had another one, also that last night. So I had two. But yeah, really good. And yeah. And that leads me to something else. So hold on. Yeah, I mean, there's not really, I don't know why people say that they love Per-ique, because there's not really a flavor to it. It's like just mild tobacco flavor, that whole sourness note that comes out of the bag, that earthy, mushroomy, woody jar note, bag note. It's not really present in the smoke. It's just like, what actually it is. It's like, it's what I thought burley would be like. It is kind of mellow. It is, with repeated puffs, it is a little peppery because of the nicotine, not because of jalapenos or chili crunch or black pepper or any of that stuff. It's the nicotine that gives you that heat, that little burning sensation, that tingle, that quote unquote tongue bite. But the blend is very dry, like bordering on crispy. So that peppery sensation is the nicotine. It's not the casing or topping or any of that shit. It's the nic content of the leaf that's coming out. But yeah, I mean, if the nicotine content wasn't so high, and if the bag didn't smell like vomit or, the atmosphere of the Harris Ranch feedlots, it might be a pleasant and enjoyable blend to smoke. But because those other things exist, it's not enjoyable. It's not a pleasant smoke. I can honestly say, without any hesitation, trepidation, whatever the word is, that I will never, aside from Blendmas, I will never reach for a bag or a tin of Per-ique and be like, oh, I can't, man, I'm gonna have a bowl of Per-ique tonight. It's gonna be I'm so looking forward to it. That will never happen. If that actually, as a matter of fact, here's a challenge to you guys. If I ever say that, I want you to fly to my city, come to my house, and take all of my pipes and all of my tobacco, all of my paraphernalia, implements, tools, whatever, and I want you to give it to someone more deserving of it, because I have clearly lost my mind and appreciation for all things that taste and smell good in the tobacciana sphere. Yeah, do that for me. Oddly enough, though, I was listening to the Get Pipe podcast. I don't remember what episode it was, but Adam Adam was talking about something today, and I was driving back from the chiropractor. Whole other story. Driving back from the chiro on my way home, and Adam says, yeah, I don't like Per-ique, and I don't find it appealing to smoke a tobacco, I'm paraphrasing, to smoke a tobacco or have a tobacco that smells like a block of cheese that's been left out on the cutting board in the sun all day. And I thought, oh my God, I feel you, bro, 100%. I don't really get that scent from it, but I know exactly what you're talking about, where you're going and what the sentiment is. And absolutely 100%. Yeah, it's, and then he was talking about, that's where I got the percentage from. He's like, yeah, I could see why it's only used at like 2 to 4%. And, you know, oh, he was talking about the Beast tobacco blend and how they were surprised because Per-ique is so disgusting in the jar and you know, unimpressive in the bowl, that they were surprised that the Beast tobacco blend was as good as it was. Excuse me. They expected that when they popped the tin, it was going to smell like the cheese on the cutting board or whatever, the sour milk, and it didn't. It smelled pretty good or whatever. They if they didn't like it, they were at least impartial to it. And yeah, I was listening to that and just cracking up, recounting my own experiences with the 2008 bag. That is it 2008 or 2020, whatever. The aged bag that my friend sent me, and the bag of stuff that I bought from S&P. And yeah, I just thought, okay, so I am not crazy. I'm not on the outlier here. There's other people that clearly do not like Per-ique. So maybe I'm not in the in the minority. Maybe I'm in the normal majority for once. Not sure how I feel about that, but if that's the case, it is what it is. I'll go with the flow on this one, and I will carry water for the administration that Per-ique is absolutely not desirable in and of itself. It is desirable as a condiment, and because of the Nick hit, again, I think that's probably why they add it as a condiment, because no one in their right mind wants to add spoiled milk or feedlot runoff to a deliciously cased, topped, blended, prepared batch of tobacco. Yeah, so that's my rant on that one. And I told you guys, this is what you're going to get when you watch this channel. You're just going to get my nonsensical ranting and making shit up, pulling shit out of thin air, off the cuff, whatever. The thoughts that run through my brain every day, and the words that are translated from the pictures that flash through my head whenever I think of something. You know, it's funny. A few weeks ago, maybe a month, maybe 2 months, I was listening to the Gray Woody podcast, and I don't know if it was Nathan or Eugene, but they were talking about how they have aphantasia, and it is a I don't know that I would call it a disorder. I guess maybe it is, but it's a condition to where when you have a thought, when you hear something, see something, experience something, there's no, it's almost self-explanatory. There's no imagination that accompanies it. So if someone says, hey, look at that pretty blue flower, you don't have the capability of picturing that blue flower in your mind as an autonomous response. It takes real effort to do it, and I don't even know if the capability exists to have a picture, or if you have to think about the things that you've seen or known from a logical, calculated perspective. I forget what episode it is. It's one of the more recent ones. I think someone who's listened to it and heard it, you can drop it in the comment or mention it in the Discord server. But interesting the way he explained it. And I thought, wow, that's crazy but it makes perfect sense, right? Because I'm over here like every thought has a picture associated with it. And then I have to organize the words that are a part of my vocabulary so that I could explain those pictures. And to me, that's completely normal. Like, I think that's how everyone thinks, right? Everyone sees a picture. And if you want to describe a blue flower to someone who's never seen a blue flower, how would you go about doing that? You know, what words do you have that are common amongst the two of you, or you and the several other, that you could use to paint that picture, to describe that image, that thing, that experience? Thought I saw something out of the corner of my eye. I think it's my contacts. So yeah, just interesting how different we all can be, right? But how those differences, they can be put aside, and you know, they pale in comparison to some of the more interesting devotions that we have, our hobbies, our interests, the things that are important to us, that are near and dear to us. You know, like initially, what brought most of us together was an interest in pipe smoking. And then it became a love of collecting pipes, collecting tobacco, and then engaging with other people in the community. Then trying other blends, expanding your palate, maybe even making pipes, making paraphernalia, making blends. And then we come together and we talk about those things, and then comes out through the natural course that, you know, oh, Rich sometimes paints. He's terrible at it, but he enjoys doing it. He finds it relaxing and somewhat therapeutic. And, you know, it's just one of his many hobbies. And, oh, I like to paint too. Here's some of the stuff I've done. Wow, that's fantastic. You would never know. You would never know that the guy that rants and raves about a specific tobacco blend, but who also says, yeah, these other ones I can't taste, is like, you know, a phenomenal artist, and just has a wonderful way of working through physical objects and assembling them into something that is supremely aesthetically pleasing to at least one other person in this world. But granted, it's probably a lot of other people in this world, because those then pieces go on to sell for real money. And whether it's, you know, their full-time job or not, someone has assigned a higher than normal or higher than average level of value to that item, to that piece of that person's imagination. And that's, I mean, we do that in all things. You know, some of the members, some of my friends on the Discord, they're absolutely wonderful musicians that play instruments. They sing and they have beautiful voices. They fabricate things out of blocks of metal or blocks of wood or pieces of broken shards of glass. They have a way with words, with tooling and refining the English language to tell a story, to paint a picture that maybe it's based on nothing. Maybe it's based on something from their childhood. Maybe it's based on something that they saw or dreamt about that affected them so much. But again, those are all such very diverse interests and passions and hobbies, all like bound and tied together by a single string. And the single string is the love of the pipe. I mean, as cheesy as it might sound, I think that is 100% fucking awesome. And I hope that there's at least one of you that has the same feeling. Welcome to the channel where it's going to be shit like that all the time. Random ADD brain thoughts. But yeah, Yeah. Yeah. What time is it? 25 minutes. I want to be almost done with this because it's a little better than what it was last night. That one was hot, but it didn't taste. It tasted, closer to ash, like, when you get it too hot, you've been chugging too hard, but it still wasn't gross. It wasn't like the ashtray flavor of the Burleys. I think this one is about done. Yeah. Is that the first time I tamped this bowl? That's another thing I'm working on with this whole experience is packing it, lighting it, tamping it, retamping it, settling the ash, just the entire thing, everything that goes along with it, right? Just working on that. And it's surprising, like, you don't have to tamp your bowl, assuming you pack it properly, but tamping improves the experience. Like, I relight the pipe often, and I don't have a problem relighting a bowl, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times. I don't. Like, I'll light it, take a couple puffs, and then if it goes out, it goes out. And then I'll light it, take a couple puffs, and it goes out, it goes out. I don't have an issue with that. And I don't, it's not something to keeping the bowl lit, like slow smoke stuff. At this point in my evolution, it's not a goal of mine. It's not something that I'm striving to do. I don't look to advance my skills and expertise in the hopes that one day I could sit at the table and compete in a slow smoke. That doesn't interest me. There's people out there that do it, and it does. And I watched one on YouTube, and this dude was like 2.5 hours for a bowl, 3 grams of tobacco. The pipe was awesome, but I mean, I am not now, nor have I ever been, and likely I never will be that patient to be able to sit with one thing aside from like a movie for 2.5 hours. Let me back that up. Not sit with one thing, sit with one bowl for 2.5 hours. I want to move on to something else. I want to experience something else. And maybe in a year from now, that's all I'll want to do is slow smoke and, make a bowl last for an entire day, like the merchant marines of old, but that day is not today. Yeah. Where else was I going? A little bit of earthy back there, but again, it's just like it was last night. There's some of that. I guess there's a smidge. It's one of my favorite words, smidge. Very bottom of the bowl, on the French inhale, not the retrohale, the French inhale, there is a little bit of that sourness. Yeah. You can taste a little bit of that sourness right there. This came and went really quickly. I'm done with this bowl because I could feel the nicotine starting to take an effect. So 29 minutes. I think we should probably cut it there. I don't think I'm going to record the next bowl. We'll get there. We'll get there. Listen to this. I did it, but I did it very gently. And this is hardwood, and it's not going to be a problem. So, what do we have? What do we have? What do we need? What do you need? What do you say? What do you know? Come on. Let's just clean this out real quick. Why is there a filter in here, Richard? Oh, he opened it when it was hot. Oh my God, I'm just breaking all kinds of pipe rules today. Pipe police are gonna come get me. They're gonna take me away. Oh no. Let's run this through here like this. Why is it not? What's your problem, bro? Get in there. There we go. Attaboy, Chad. It's pretty dirty. All right then. And the great thing about these Missouri Meerschaum pipes, aside from that, there we go, is they're so inexpensive that if you smoke one out, or if you put it in your pocket and sit on it, or if you break it by taking the stem out when it's hot and trying to put it back in when it's cold. This was, I think I paid $10 or $11 for this on Amazon. I forget what it is on the actual MM website, but yeah, this one was 10. The shortstop that I got, this is probably going to end up being a project at one point, just kind of maybe like a pimp my cob or something like that. I don't love Lavats, but maybe this one will grow on me. No pun intended. But yeah, this one was like $4 or $5. It's a tiny little bowl, it's like a 10-minute smoke. The Orion, I think this one was like $10. Just blacked out, and I had my custom stem on it. Just dropping shit all day. Had my custom stem on it, and looks pretty cool to me, from my perspective. Look at way out here. Looks farther away than it actually is, but it's a decent smoke. And yeah, this one was like 10 or $11 too, so if you break it or smoke it out, it's no big deal. What else? I think that's it. If you made it this far, I appreciate you. Yeah, that's it. Good place to end the video. I'm gonna have a bowl of, what am I gonna do tonight? Oh my goodness, I can't do Strathspey. I'm gonna have some Black Mallory without you guys. I'm sorry. We'll smoke some together. Yeah, I'm gonna have some Black Mallory and see if I can figure out why people say that there's vanilla in here. Yeah, that's it. Thank you very much. If I don't see you, have a good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. And yeah, see you tomorrow.